You are definitely going to want to see at the absolute best Breeders' Cup seminar in the game, bar none. We are going to try and come out of the gate running, but more importantly, finish like the fastest car in the race. If things work out, we'll be shopping for Cartier diamonds. Nobody does it better.
Tracking trips from Past the Wire and the Pick Six King, John Stetton. As your handicapping partner, John is your second set of eyes on the past performances, replays, numbers, trips, and more, helping you find the angles and plays others miss. Each week you get expert analysis, smarter ways to press your opinions, and the keys to cashing bigger tickets. Tracking trips from Past the Wire. Give yourself an edge and partner with a pro. Get a second set of trained, experienced eyes. Join today. Membership has its benefits.
Well, hello, everyone. Here we are on the next weekend here, with the weekend actually before Breeders' Cup. And we're going to do Keeneland one more time. Last week, our recap, we hit 3 winners out of 5 on our pick 5. Not too good. It was like, close, but no cigar. So we're going to try it again. We're going to try to hit a pick 5 at Keeneland the last weekend out there. So before we hit that Breeders' Cup, we're going to be having a lot of shows here. So you want to stay tuned. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit the alarm button, the little bell there, and you will get every show, everything that we have. And remember, we just had a commercial right there. Sign up for John's seminar. It's still not too late. You could get in there, and we'll go over everything on the Breeders' Cup on that. I will put out a show. I don't know what day it will come out, but I will put out a show for one of the days, Friday or Saturday's card. Meanwhile, but today we're going to focus on this weekend at Keeneland. Remember, if you have any questions about anything, please shoot me an email. If it's about owning horses, about what trainers do, or handicapping or betting or anything like that, or going to the sales, you could go to the cell and I could help you pick out a horse, claiming horses, whatever it is. Shoot me an email and I will answer it and take care of that for you. So we're going to dive into Saturday's card at Keeneland, and we're going to see what we could get into here. The first one is we're going to go into the 8th race. There's actually 3 stakes races on that day, but we're going to do 2 of them. And the first one is in the 8th race for us. This is going 1 mile and 1/8 for 3-year-olds and upward. It's a grade 2 stakes. And here we go. We'll get for horse number 1. This horse last time out, at Churchill Downs, ran a pretty even race on Garcia board. Okay, did okay. The time before that, kind of gave away at the end. Didn't show much in that race. And even the time before that at Churchill Downs, pretty much ran an even race until right at the end gives it up. So this horse has got to pick it up. This horse has got to show me that this horse would like to beat other horses. Just doesn't seem like it's a leader of a pack. Last win was in a grade 2, so this horse does have that talent. But what kind of talent is it right now? Is this horse on the downswing of that? Early pace projected ratings is a 96, 98, and then that 82. Like I said, this horse kind of gives it up at the end. So for me, on this race, the horse does have some talent. We can't just overlook that. But I'm going to take a seat back. But I have to admit, if anybody's out there playing a lot of trifectas or even supers, Maybe you could throw this horse down at the bottom side of it in the 3rd spot or 4th spot, whatever that case may be. You could try it there, but that'd be about as far as I would go personally. And then we're going to go to the number 2 horse. This horse has got some speed, as you can see. This horse goes out to the front every time. Just got beat the last 4 times. It's been the bridesmaid, never the bride, in the last 4 shots out there. But time before that won. Time before that finished the bridesmaid again. So this horse has got a lot of talent. I'm not going to, say that this horse should not be in your picks. For me, it's not in my top 2 for sure. Maybe for some of the exotics, trifectas and supers, I'm going to put this horse in. I just don't know if this horse could hang on for that mile and the 8th. If this horse finds itself on the lead all by itself, well, then that's a different story. So when you got Luis Saez aboard, which, what I think about him. I think he's an excellent rider. Oscar Performance usually throws out turf horses. So this horse, it's only ran on the turf twice and never hit the board. So maybe this is just one of the one-offs, but this horse has got a lot of talent, hits that board. Early pace is 74. I think this is one of your either leaders or pressers. This horse is going to be sitting in that 2nd spot or so, in my opinion. But then they look at that late pace. It has a 103. So the horse hangs around pretty good. Mile and the 8th might be the question, but exotics is definitely a look at. The 3, Uno Mas Bourbon. That's what I want to do right now. Uno Mas. Yeah, one more, please. This horse is a closer. This horse comes from behind, but it's not a far behind, not from the clouds. This one sits pretty close to the pace, within a length or 2. And so this makes this horse a little dangerous. And is this horse a player? Yes, major player, I think. Personally, for the win column, yes, I think so. Let's see what Raceland's angles are. Horse won last race as a favorite. So this horse is going to be very tough. This jockey and trainer combo gets 14% win, 43% in the money. So they're pretty tight. And you know what? They just won last time out. Looking for a 2nd time in a row. Is this horse got a serious chance? I personally think so. So I think put this one on your radar. You look at the early pace, 85, 89, and 95 at the end. So look out for the number 3. The number 4, another one that's going to be sitting there, a pressure type horse, maybe even an early horse, maybe go to the front. But I think this is more of a pressure type. Tyler Gaffleone's aboard. Major player when it comes to that. This horse last time did a heck of a race, ran beautiful, finished 1 length behind. Now they're getting that little extra distance. It seemed like that. I watched that video. It seemed like this horse could go that extra 1/8. I don't have a problem with that myself. When it did go the 1/8, the last time he did, he coughed it up, spit out the bit, and lost by 15 lengths. I don't think you're going to see that today. I think this horse is now on the upswing. Tyler Gaffleone, been so hot here in Kentucky. I don't know what else to say. And look, you're getting 8-1. That'd be pretty nice. Raceland's angle, up close, drop back evenly. Success score is a 6.5, so it was up close right there. They're just talking about this last race. But did not give it up. Fought all the way. I'm telling you, this horse fought all the way. Major player, yes, major. For the win column, yeah, it's one of them that could be qualified to win. So this is a major player. The 5, excuse me. Last time out, didn't show much. Kind of gave away at the end. Time before that, kind of ran pretty even. Even though it went from 9th to 4th, but it stayed almost the same lengths behind 4, 6, 5.5. So didn't really do much, and that was a graded 3. Last time was a grade 2 and really spit it out. So my question is, can this horse actually be with this group? I don't know, even though it's out of a gun runner, out of an included mare. which is nice. But for me, I'm going to take a seat back. I'm going to watch this one. 30-1. I cannot support this horse in this race. I think this horse is a notch below some of these other horses in here. And I think this horse needs small stakes or allowance company. The 6. Kenny McPeak, Bryan Hernandez. Last time out, finished 3rd. Didn't do much, didn't really close great. Time before that, pretty much ran even that race. The one before that ran even. And you have to go back 4 races at least to see a decent, really good, solid race of movement, moving forward. And the time before that, he won. So is this horse, got a lot of talent. Oh, heck yeah. You look at this early ratings projected, 97, 103.5. Major player here. Raceland's Angle here is a horse for the course. Success, 7.2. I think this horse should be sitting at probably the catbird seat overall, about 4th, and make one good move. Major player, yes. For the win, probably, maybe. But for sure for the exactas and trifectas, I think this is a major player for that. So that's how I see that. In the 7 horse. This horse did a really good job last time out. Got into them, ran real close, gave a heck of a ride, went up against and lost to Hit Show. This horse ran excellent. You can't ask much more from this horse. The horse ran a hell of a job. And you got to watch this race. Now, in this race, if this horse does good, like win or finish 2nd, it tells me look out for Hit Show in the 9th, which that horse is running in the 9th race. So kind of really pay attention to this horse. I think this horse is a major player in this race. For win, I wouldn't even put it past him on that either. Definitely for the exotics, exactas, and tries. I'm having a hard time with 4 horses in this race. And I did pick, other horses, how I picked them is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I picked it a certain way. I picked 3, 4, 6, 7. But you know what? I will not be shocked if this 7 got up and won this race, because I think this horse has got that kind of talent. And let's look at the race and lens Angle. Jockey, they're like here. Horse ships into the track, wins at multiple circuits. Keeneland, dirt, sustain, run style of the jockey, win percentage is more than 10% of the trainers. I don't put that much thought in that stuff myself personally. The only thing is this jockey is cold right now in the last 10 times out. 0% wins. But that's it. That's all that means. Just cold for the last 10 times. Doesn't mean this guy's going to stay cold forever. He's an excellent rider. Torres is an excellent rider. So he'll break that soon enough, and it might be with this horse on Saturday. So keep this horse in mind. The 8. Hit Show is here. Oh, I thought this Hit Show was in the 8th race. No, that is the 8th race. I'm sorry. What am I in? Oh, my bad. The 8th race in here. So, my bad. I got confused in 2 different races. My bad. Hit Show is the one to beat in this race. I think is the horse to play. And this horse really was closing like a bomb last time out. Your 3, your 4, your and 6 are all going to be right there. But I do believe that the 8 right here is the horse to beat, especially with that. The 7 might be right there. Don't get me wrong. But this is the horse to beat. I thought they were in 2 separate races, so my apologies on explaining on that last race. That horse is excellent, but I think that horse is going to have to pass the 8 horse here. This horse has done everything right. Got 2 wins in a row. Looking for the hat trick, which I think this horse could get it. This horse's ratings projected is 99, 100, and a 108. Brad Cox, Laurent is the jockey. I mean, a lot of great things about this horse. For me, this is the horse to beat all day. This is my play of the day, my best bet. So I'd put the 7, the 4, the 6 underneath this horse for exactas, but you got to beat this horse. That's how I see it. The 9. Last time out, really coughed it up big. It was bad. It was like bad. He was eased. I mean, got beat by 50, but you're being eased. But still, he was like 11 lengths, 21 lengths behind, somewhere between there. But look who he went against. National Treasure, toss that race. Just toss the race. Don't look at it. Don't pay attention to it. Was way outclassed there. But when he runs in graded 3s, look at this. Finished second by a neck. In allowance, high allowance, wins. This horse could be competitive in this race, maybe, but there's too many other horses, I think, personally, that could do so much damage before this one, including the 8, which I think is my best bet of the day. Go ahead and try to beat it. So I'm going to just sit back. I'm passing on this horse 100%. The 10, another horse here that I'm going to be passing on. But if you look at this horse, he did ran okay the last time out, finished 3rd. Time before that, he was at Kentucky Downs. Remember, you like it, you love it, or you hate that track. And remember, I always told you, their first race back after Kentucky Downs, they don't always win. They hardly ever win. But if they are like Kentucky Downs, if they were within 3 lengths of the winner, then they won't win. If they're more than that, then they have a shot of doing something in their next race. And look at that. He went from 5th, 6 lengths plus at Kentucky Downs. And then he comes to Churchill Downs. And look at that. Finished 3rd. So that's that pattern for that. Today, no, I'm going to take a pass on this horse. And that's how I see that race. Now, we're going to go and check out the what RaceLens sees on this race, how they project this race to go in speed from the beginning to the end. And we'll see how that is. Here we go. All right. We have, first let's look at the odds here. Let's see what true odds here are. The 6 should be 5-2. It's 4-1. Not too bad. 16-1 on the 5, and you're getting 30-1. I think you're going to get more than 30-1 on that horse, to be honest with you. Hit show should be right around even money. It's going to be right now. Morning line is 2-1. They see it like this. In the beginning of the race, very tight. Look at this. 4, 6, 8, 9, 1, 5. I mean, it's really tight in the beginning of the race. There is that much speed in this race. There is. Then it kind of thins out a little bit back here. And then you got the 1, 4, 5, 8. I mean, right there. 6 is right there on their tail. And then at the end, they have it pretty much almost a dead thing. They got 25% to 6, almost 25% the 8. The 4 is 3rd. The 2 is 4th, and then they have the 7. I personally have it the 8, 4, 7, 6. The 6 is dangerous. Yes, I'm not going to lie about that, but I still say everyone's going to go through hit show. I think it's that horse's race to lose. I'm sticking to that. I'm not going to change my mind on it. Okay. All right, now we're going to go and check out the 9th race. Sorry about that. I got a little confused there, but sometimes it happens when you're looking at races all the time, and sometimes you go, "Oh, it was in this race and it's in that race." No, it's in what it is. But we are going to go to the 9th race here at Keeneland on Saturday, and we're going to check it out. There we go. Going 1 mile on turf for 3-year-olds only. And we got the 1 horse here. And, juniors aboard. Juniors rode this horse last 3 times, did excellent, won twice, finished 3rd. The 3rd was, hey, Bravo, did an excellent job in that race at Kentucky Downs. Now, remember what I told you, within, 3 lengths of the winner, it's most time they don't do well. We got a length and 3/4. Okay, I think this horse has a lot of talent, no doubt about it. I think this horse should be for the exotics, no doubt about it. I'm just saying for the win, okay? I'm just saying for the win. The pattern keeps on saying Kentucky Downs. If you're 3 lengths of the winner, the next time out, you don't win. That's it. That's the only stat I have. Yeah, they can finish second, they can finish third, but they don't win. Okay. I think this horse has got an excellent shot at hitting the exacta. Look at this. Look at this jockey trainer combo. 67% wins. Look at the ROI plus 157%. That's huge. So if you want to buck my trend, that would probably be a nice play to play. I'm going to be putting this horse in my exotics, but not on top. I'm going to put it for second and thirds and fourths. That's what I'm going to do with this horse. Excellent horse, though. The 2. This horse last time out, looks like it ran pretty even overall, back and forth, a little jigsaw type of thing. Didn't show much. That was at Kentucky Downs, was within 2.25 lengths of the winner. So what do I say? Not for the win. Cherie DeVoe is an excellent trainer. She's hot right now, but I'm going to take a pass on this horse. For the future, this horse is definitely a play for small stakes, maybe even a grade 3. But definitely, for me, I'm taking a pass. And they said the running style of this horse, which has come from behind, is bad for this race. I'm probably going to have to agree with that one on this horse for that's on Saturday. The 3. Here's a horse that ran at Kentucky Downs. Finished second, 1 length behind the winner. So what am I going to say? You know what I'm going to say. Not for the win. This horse has got some talent. I don't blame them for going to Kentucky Downs. They ran good. They got a piece of that nice pie because those purses are fantastic. This horse has won his first 2 races, came back, ran at Kentucky Downs, lost by 1 length, and then he gets Geldonized. What else does a horse have to do to not get cut, right? Tough crowd. So then you know what that tells me? That this horse is a handful in the morning. Just goofing off all the time, maybe might hurt somebody or hurt itself. So this is why trainers cut them most of the time. It's when they're too goofy, they're hurting somebody, or they're too studdish, and they're chasing after the girls out there on the track. That could be another problem. But we look at this jockey trainer combo, 29% in the wins. Our ROI is a 229%. Return on your investment. Geez, that's unbelievable. But I'm going to stick to my philosophy on that. This is a great race. There's a lot of great horses in this race. Got to take some passes on some of these horses. You can't bet them all, as they say. So I'm taking a pass on this one. The 4 horse last time out, another one that kind of ran pretty even up in Canada. Time before that ran excellent. As a matter of fact, all the races before last, it ran excellent. So what's that tell me? This horse could be a player here. This horse has got the talent, can run at the mile, no problem. Sits right there. My question is, class-wise, can this horse handle it? Maybe. I'm thinking more of the exotics like the trifectas and supers. That's where I'm going to be placing this horse. Does have some talent, but for me, not in the win or place column. But I would put him in some trifectas and stuff. And 15-1, Jose's aboard. You got Mark Casey. That's a lot of great things there. A lot of great combinations. So that's why I'm playing it like that. The 5. Look at this. He's got a speed horse here coming from Indiana. Question number 1, does this horse have the class to stay with these guys? That's the big question mark, probably. Does have decent projected numbers here that they're projecting. This horse is going to be 15-1. This is going to be your leader out there. I think there's plenty of pressure, speed to keep this horse honest. Do I believe this horse could win? Not in my column, no. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a pass on it. I think this horse is stepping up in class a little bit too much for me. But we'll wait and see. But if this horse hangs around for the top, anywhere from the top 3, then this horse is much better than what they're thinking of. Okay. The 6, this horse, last time out, did very well. Ran an excellent race. I looked at that video. It was at Kentucky Downs. It's almost hard to say to my system, I cannot bet this horse to win because Kentucky Downs, it was a winner. They usually don't win next time out. You got Cherie DeVoe. You got Hernandez. Still, this horse is so tough. He runs great races back to back to back. This horse is just, I personally think this horse is improving tremendously every time it runs. This horse could be very tough to beat, but I'm going to stick to my philosophy here. But I do think this horse should be in the exactas because of this talent that this horse has. I can't overlook that. Last race is the favorite. Success is 6.7. I know eventually my philosophy is going to lose here. I've had a lot of close calls at Keeneland that they, some would win, but it's percentages anyway we're playing here. So if we've had 50 horses that fit that criteria that I said, 3 lengths or better to the winner, will not win next time out. I know we're hitting right around 90% like that for that. They're not hitting the win spot. Okay. That's what we're wanting. So I'm going to say that this horse is for the exactas and trifectas. I mean, if you're playing a pick 6 or a pick 5 or whatever, yeah, fill this horse in because too much talent to overlook. Let's put that away. Another one that has a lot of talent, did not like Kentucky Downs. 6 3/4 length. So this horse does not fit my little formula here. So in my opinion, this horse could bounce back and win after running at Kentucky Downs. This horse is going to have a heck of a shot. You got Torres aboard, like I said, even though he's 0 wins in last 10 races. He's an excellent jockey. So let's just throw that aside. You got Steve Ashmanson, trainer. What else can we say? Has a lot of wins there. So this horse could literally sit there second and pressure the leaders. Look at these odds, 15-1. Definitely a look at that, especially if you're going to play a pick 5 or pick 6. You could throw that horse in just in case, this horse wants to pop up and do some damage here. For the exactas, I would actually put this horse in exactas too. So definitely a player, not for the win column for me, but definitely right there. The 8, another horse that finished 3rd, 1 3/4 lengths behind the winner. Another one that looks good on paper. You look at this thing, but I'm going to stick to my formula. You got Bill Mott, Luis Saez. This is another pressure type horse. He's going to sit pretty close to the leader. So, yes, the horse has got some talent, but I'm going to take a step back and I'm just going to sit and watch this one because I have another horse in mind. In the number 9, Kentucky Downs. This horse came from England and ran at Kentucky Downs right away. Liked it because I wonder why. Because Kentucky Downs is built like the European racetracks. You got right and left hand turns, uphill, downhill, all that stuff. So this horse should love that type because that's where he came from. But I still think this is probably a little bit more for this horse to go up against, even though we have Mike Maker as the trainer and Tyler Gaffalione as the jockey. Definitely would put them right in the thick of things. But for me, I'm just going to take a seat back and watch this one go by. The 10. This horse, last time I really didn't do much, so we're going to have to probably just throw a big old scratch at that race. It's not very good. Time before that was a maiden. So this horse has been running in maidens, stakes as a maiden, doing pretty good. Finally broke its maiden and then ran into stakes again, but ran against Seize the Gray, which is going to be in the British Cup Mile. You know, this horse has got a lot more growing to do. Todd Pletcher, you got Santana aboard, tons of talent probably. I just think right now, I think this horse has to show that he's back on the winning ways after that last clunker. I'm going to have to take a seat back and see what this horse could do. The 11. Grand Motion, Franco's aboard. This horse last time out in Santa Anita, ran a very good race. Closed there at the end at a mile there. All the 2 times before that, won going a mile and 1.16. So this horse, no question, could handle this distance. You got this jockey and trainer combo, wins at 39% of the time. ROI is plus 74%. Excellent. You got to love all that. Oscar Performance, remember I told you he produces a lot of stakes horses and turf horses, I should say, too. That's what you got here. This is the horse that for the course on this race. I think this one is the one that you have to beat in this race. Is there other talent in this race? Oh, definitely. I think there's at least 2 other horses that could win this race. I don't think this is a slam dunk for the 11, but that's where my money's lying for the win part. But I got a couple other horses that could do just as much damage. The 12, last time out, ran very even. Time before that, closed really good on a mile, did really good. And even the time before that, even though he finished 3rd, did close pretty good. The horse has a lot of talent. We got Raceland's horse shipping into track, wins at multiple circuits. Good angle. But for me, I'm going to just take a seat back, watch this horse go by. Like I said, there's plenty of other horses to look at and lay your money on. And the 13, this horse will be one of your early pressure horses if this horse gets in. You got to check this horse out because he might be one of the lone leaders type of thing if he gets out there all alone. But he will press up against the other leaders, and he will make them at least work for their money type of thing, right? But for me, not today. The 14. This horse last time is another one that's an early pace horse. If this one draws in, another one's going to keep that pace going. You got Michael Maker. Santana's aboard on this one. You got Santana on another horse, so it depends who Santana jumps on. If this horse makes it in, I believe Santana will stay on the other horse personally. For me, I'm just going to take a seat back on this horse. I need to see more. It just broke his maiden. Did break it nice, but I'm going to have to see more. And then the 15, the last horse. See if he could get in. Another one here that will try to close, though. So he's going to be a closer coming from that way outside post. That's going to be very, very tough. And I think this horse really needs to step it up big time to even keep up with some of these horses in here. So this horse is not for me. I'm going to take a seat back and I'll pass. Now, we'll see how Racelands sees this race. Going into how they predicted a race, how they run from wire to wire. And let's see what they say. Okay, so on this one, show the true odds here. You got 9-1 on the 4, which is 15-1 on Morning Line. That's not too bad. 9-2 on an 8-1 on that 8. I do believe that 8 is one of the speed horses of this race. I think he's going to be he'll be tough to catch in the beginning, but I think they can catch that horse. This is how they see this race. They see the 8, 3, 4, 6, 13, if the 13 gets in, and even the 15. All up front, are close to it, each other. Like I said, it's going to be a lot more. I don't think anyone's going to get an easy lead. Let's put that away. At the end, and the midway, they see it to 2, 3, 8. I could probably see that. But I do believe the 11 will be a lot closer than that, probably about fourth. I see that 11. And then at the end, I see 11 winning at 23%, the 8 at 17, 4 at 10, 6 at 10, and then 9 at 9%. And I have it at 11, 6, 7, 1. Because I think that horse has got a lot of talent. It's just because that horse ran last time out at Kentucky Downs, and hey, why not? But that's how I see it there on that race. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go to my ticket and see if we could hit that pick 5 there at Keeneland on Saturday. We were knocking on the door last weekend, but we just fell short. Like I said, with 3 wins, but we gave it a shot there. So here we go. 6th race starts the pick 5. In the 6th race, I do like 3, 4, 6, 7 in that order. $20. I'm going to go with exacta box with the 3 and the 4, and I'm just going to leave it at that. The pick 5, I'm starting off with the 3, 4, 6, 7, all 4 horses there. In the second leg, the 7th race, I'm going to go 5 deep there. I'm going to go 3, 4, 7, 6, 2. That's how I pick them in that order. And then in the 8th race, I'm just going to single out the 8, that hot show, going for it. And then the 9th race, which is the 4th leg of the pick 5, I'm going 11, 6, 7. And then in that final leg, the 5th leg, which is the 10th race, I'm going 12, 5, 9, 8, 11, 2. That's 6 horses. In that 7th race, I'm going 3, 4, 7, 6 in that order. My try is 3, 4. Of course, going in the 2nd and 3rd spot, same thing, 3, 4, 7, 6, 2 with the 3, 4, 7, 6, 2. The 8th race, I'm going 8, 4, 7, 6 in that order. I'm going to go win spot on that 8. I'm going to do exact ice cold 8 on top of the 4. I'm doing a daily double. I'm doing the 8 with 11 and 6. So everything's relying on that 8. If that 8 comes in, I'm going to be cashing out some tickets at least. The 9th race, I like the 11, 6, 7, 1 in that order. I'm going to do exacta box 11, 6. And then in the 10th, I like 12, 5, 9, 8. We're going to do a try 12, 5 with the 12, 5, 9, 8, 11 with the 12, 5, 9, 8, 11, 2. And that's what we got. Now, let's get this one out of the way. All right, let's go. And I'm back here. All right. So remember, we got Breeders' Cup coming up the following weekend. So all next week, you're going to see videos out there of picks and hot tips. And maybe you're going to see some behind the scenes of trainers, jockeys, owners. John's going to be out there, and we'll see how that all turns out. So once again, subscribe, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that little bell so you could get all the alerts and get all the scenes that we need. And until then, let's go out there and get some winners. Let's hit this pick 5, and I'll see you for the Breeders' Cup next week. See ya.